Good morning. Hey everybody, good morning, or good afternoon or good evening if you're watching the replay. Leslie, and I'm excited to bring you a yoga fusion class today, one of my favorite ways to practice. So if you are interested in grabbing weights, you can grab a medium-sized weight. I'll be using 5 pounds today. You absolutely do not need weights to do this class. If you choose to do the class without weights, when I say grab your weights, just don't do it, and you'll still have an amazing class and an amazing practice. So we will start laying on our backs, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees splayed out for Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined bound angle pose. And as you lay flat, just take a moment checking in with the legs and the hips. Physically today, we'll be focusing on the legs and the glutes. So just take a moment and check in. Notice how you are feeling, how you're arriving in your physical body today. And can you take a moment to greet your body as you would a dear, dear friend? As you breathe in, can you start to cultivate that sense of joy, compassion, and friendliness that we often save for others? So the Yoga Sutras, they teach us that in order to have this serene, calm mind, we need to practice those qualities. Be happy for people, showing compassion. But for the next 60 minutes, I'm going to ask you to dial in and offer yourself that sense of joy, compassion, friendliness, and greet yourself and get to know yourself and celebrate yourself as you would a dear, dear friend as you move through practice today. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth and sigh it out. 2 more like that. Option to bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Really seal those heels together. Little toe mound seeking a union. Let's do that one more time. In. And out. Keeping the lower half of the body as it is. Interlace your fingers. Stretch your clasped palms overhead. Press the palms away from you. As you do so on the inhale, let the ribs float up. Feel that lift. And then as you exhale, curl the pubic bone toward the navel and start to feel your low back connect to the earth. Do that again. Press away on the inhale. Keep sealing those feet together. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, pubic bone curls up and we start to feel the body pulling down. Good. One more time in. And out. Good. And then you can bring the hands down alongside the hips and we'll start to move into what I like to just call some sloppy Baddha Konasana twists. So let the knees travel toward one another and you'll roll onto your side. And then come back through bound angle and roll to the other side. And just start to feel you can open up the arms. Just moving from side to side here, letting the legs travel back through bound angle and then over onto the side. Beautiful. Good. And the next time you're over on your left hip and the right knee is on top, stay there. And just gently come into a reclined twist. That left leg can be straight or slightly bent. Don't overthink it. You can use your left hand to deepen the twist just slightly, very, very early in the warm-up here. So no over-aggression or over-exertion. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good, and then roll all the way onto your left side. You can let your hand lay on the arm, or I like to create a little kickstand with my hand. And hand can be in front, the right hand, or on the hip. And we'll circle the right hip and the knee 4 times away from you. Good, 2 more. Beautiful. And then bringing the knee forward for 4. Belly's really pulling to the spine here, so you're not dumping into the superficial back muscles. Good, and then on this last one, we'll point that right leg, really point through the toe, and then send the right leg forward for 1, and then press it back, we'll pulse 1, 2. Do that again, send it forward, any amount, pulse it back, 1, 2. Do that 2 more times. Good, stretch through that right big toe. Good, listen for the change. Flex the foot, lead with the heel. Leg is nice and long, yes. And then pulse that heel back 2 times. Knit the ribs in and feel your belly button pulling towards the spine. 2 pulses to the back, start to fire through that glute. Last one like this. Nice. And then coming back onto your back, pull the right knee into the chest, Pavana Uttasana. Start to feel that gentle liberation across the hip point. Deep breath in. Knit the ribs in, pull the belly up, big breath out. Good. When I do that consciously and purposefully, I get a lot of space through the low back, so seek that out. Come into a figure 4 stretch, right knee on top. Thread the hands through the window of the legs and just breathe here. Gentle sway from side to side is fine. Nice. Back to that sense of excitement to greet yourself. Spending this time getting to know yourself like you would a friend who had exciting news to share. And then bring your legs to 90 degrees, gentle interlacing of the hands behind the head. 3-part core activation series. We'll come up for 8. Imagine you're hugging a block in between those thighs. 4 more. Good. Next time when the shoulder blades are lifted off the ground, stay lifted. You can keep the hands behind the head or draw the fingertips toward the heels. We'll pulse for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your upper body off the ground. Bring the hands back behind the head and let's bicycle it out. Really press through those toes. Feel the inner thighs scissoring in toward one another, starting to fire and ignite those adductors. You're here for 3 more on each side. Nice. And then pull the knees in, Apanasana, just for 1 inhale. And then on the exhale, come back to that Supta Baddha Konasana. Notice there's a difference. There's a deeper level of knowing here. And then we'll come right back to those twists from side to side. Really start to kind of be playful and expressive here as you move through. Good, and the next time you're on your right hip, you'll stay and draw the left leg across, coming into that reclined twist. See what feels good for the bottom leg to be softly bent or starting to straighten. That leg got some attention already, so it might feel good to exert down through that right toe tip and the right heel. And then, I just got a free adjustment. Rolling onto your side, prop up or lay, and we'll roll the hip open for one way. Nice. And then for the other. If you're looking for more core activation, you'll grab the hip because that'll create a little bit more instability. So you'll have to use those stabilizing belly muscles. Left toe points, send the leg forward for 1 and pulse it back for 2. Really try to extend beyond where you think you can, still being mindful of the warm-up. Good, and now flex through that left heel and press it back. We come 1, 1, 2. 1, good, 1, 2. 1, hold the belly in. 1, 2, last one. And back. Come back onto your spine. Pull the knee in toward the chest here. Take that big deep breath in. Feel the low back get flush on that big deep breath out. Coming into the figure 4 on the other side. Right knee comes in, left ankle crosses over, and breathe. So here I know my left hip needs a little bit more awareness and compassion. Right? So if I had a friend in need I would probably go out of my way to show some extra compassion for that person. Right? We do that so often. So again, I'm going to ask you to do that for yourself this morning. Take a big, deep breath in. And then on that breath out, 3-part core activation one more time. Here we go. Imagine you're hugging a block. We're up for 8. Really try to get the shoulder tips off the earth. Chin is stretching up toward the ceiling. 3 more. On the last one, stay up and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bicycle it out. Press. So there's this intention as you move through from side to side here. It's not just this mindless movement. There's intention. You're listening. Just like there's an important person on the other side of the table looking back at you, wanting to hear what you have to say. That's the body right now. Good. 1 more. Nice. And then come back into that Apanasana just for a gentle reprieve. As we pop up, we did this a couple of classes ago, a little bit of momentum and a whole lot of strength. When we rise up, we'll catch a lifted Navasana twist. Good. And then come back. We'll do 4 to the left. Strong exhale at the top. 2 more. Catch that little reverse ab there on the bottom. Good. And then 4 to the right. 2 more. Really press to that lifted leg. That heel can always come to the ground if this is a lot for you. Come back in here through center. Nice work. Let's take that shape again with our legs. Baddha Konasana, now we're seated. Lift the chest. We'll feel this coiling sensation upward. Crown of the head finds some length. And then as you draw the center of the chest forward, there's this opportunity to shimmy the sitting bones back just a little bit more to find some more space. Lovely. Yes. Take a big breath in and a bigger breath out. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then come back together with the legs. Press back to downward facing dog. Most likely, it's your first down dog of the day, unless you're a rock star. This is your second asana class. So here you have another opportunity to greet yourself with compassion and interest. Feeling happy for yourself on this day, regardless of what the body feels like. Might not be your best physical day, so can you be just as excited and joyous for this practice as you would on your strongest day? Nice big breath in. Let's open the mouth and sigh it out. Nice. Ripple the body forward, coming into a plank pose. Right away, the knees come down. You're in a half plank. Take a push-up. Seat to feet, child's pose. Open back to downward facing dog. Right leg extends, 3-legged dog. Good. Keep the belly firm, so try to avoid this. Pull in and extend through that heel. Right knee to right tricep. Squeeze and hold. Send it back with the same intention to get long and strong. Right knee to left tricep. Good. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, right knee to chest. Listen, stay. Send the leg back, 3-legged plank. Pulse the heel 4. 3, 2, 1. Down dog, split, bend the knee, open the hip, take a hip circle. Good job. Feet meet. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, knees down. Half chaturanga dandasana push-up, float the ribs down, seat to feet, child's pose, unravel, uncoil, left leg extends, left knee to left tricep. Send it up. Cross the body. Send it up, knee to chest, hold, push, leg back, pulse the heel, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the leg up and back. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Beautiful. Take 1 hip circle. Send the feet to meet. And walk your hands back to meet your toes. Ardha Uttanasana, extend through a flat back here. And then exhale, fold over the legs. On your next in-breath, puff up the back of the chest And then squeeze the breath out. Start to travel on the out breath so the belly's braced. And then rise up. Take a big inhale. Grab the wrist. Twist to the left. Good. Rise up nice and strong. Grab the left wrist. And come over to the right. Nice side stretch. Big breath in. As you exhale, dive over yourself and walk it back out. Find a plank pose. Knees come down. 3 push-ups this time. 3, 2, 1. Seat to feet, child's pose. Coil back. Right away, that right leg extends. Inhale, do that again. Right to right. Send it up and back. Cross the body. Send it up. Pause in your core plank. Send the leg back. Pulse the heel. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Open up the hip. Feet meet right away. Skipping the hip circle. Coming into plank. Knees down. 3 push-ups. 3, 2. Crown of the head is long. Don't drop the head. Last one. Coil back. Child's pose. Extend the left leg. Inhale. Knee to tricep. Exhale. Find your length. Cross the body. Send it up and back. Knee to chest. Send it back. You can always drop that right shin to the ground if this is a lot, but go for it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Feet meet. Send that left leg up and back if you'd like. And then lower the feet together. Walk your hands back. Once again, take that flat spine. Inhale. Fold over yourself. Exhale. On the exhale, start to travel up. And then when you're halfway here, take a huge in-breath. This time when the arms are overhead, make fists and circle your fists to the left as you rotate over to the left. Beautiful. Ground down through those feet. Belly to spine. Press through those knuckles. Keep rotated. And then come on over to the right. Beautiful. And then back up through center. Extend your fingertips, Urdhva Hastasana, and then fold over yourself. Exhale. Little bit of a change here. Skipping the plank. We'll walk out to a hovering tabletop. Yeah. So start to feel the collarbones smiling. Yeah, there's a gentle sensation like you're coming into a little baby cow. Nice. And there's this engagement here in the inner thighs. Shins are parallel. Body shaking. Good. Stay right here if this is a whole lot for you. Otherwise, I want you to start to bring the knee to the opposite, to the same tricep. Good. 4. Nice work. Stay with it. 3. Encourage your friend. 2. And 1. You are your friend. Right leg kicks back 10 times. Yes. 8. Press through that glute. Really go for it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come together. Left leg back. I know, I'm with you. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's step back to a wide downward facing dog. Big breath in. Relax everything. Big breath out. Nice. And then walk your hands back to your wide forward fold. And let's take a gentle twist here. Bend the knee, open up. Lower down. Bend the left knee, open the right arm up. And down. Good. And then walk those hands out. Keep the feet as they are. So you'll walk out into a nice wide plank. So your hands and feet are the width of the mat. And hold here. Press. Spiral the inner thighs together. Engage the quads. And then brighten your hamstrings up towards the ceiling or the sky. Heels are active. Belly's pulled in. Lengthen through the crown of the head. 3, 2, 1. Knees come down. You can bring your feet together in the back. 5 chaturanga push-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2. On the last one, we'll come all the way down to the ground. 3 cobras. Inhale. And drag the lower shoulder forward on the exhale. Do that 2 more times, feeling free to take any variation of Bhujangasana that you'd like. And then lift. We'll dip the shoulder here and just gaze, stretching through Side body, neck. And then coming into Sphinx pose for a moment. Take a breath in. Spin the heart open and lift. Big breath out. Good. And then roll onto your right side. This time the left knee comes in towards the left tricep. And then press it back on a diagonal. Good. Like you're really kicking through something here. Nice. Moving through. Really press. Fire through the glute. 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Roll back into your Sphinx pose. Stay right here if you'd like. If you want a little bit more activation, you'll start to scoop up. The toenails are pressing into the earth. Belly's strong. There's a slight doming to the upper back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lower down. Come onto your left hip. Prepare here. Right leg does the work. So the knee comes in and presses back on a diagonal. Really press through that heel and that glute as if your leg is growing each time you press it back. Yeah, you've only got 3 more. 2. Great. Last one. Come back through center. Big breath here. We'll take cobra. Lift the chest. And then release down. Come back through plank. Nice work. Downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Shake it out. I can't see my time here. Good. Now it's hot. If you're practicing, it's like if you're practicing now in the real time, it's a hot, humid day. It's super hot in the studio. So if you need to take breaks, if you need to take a little water, that's okay. So be kind to yourself, right? If you were sitting across the table from a dear friend and you saw them like panting and feeling like, oh my gosh, you'd offer them a glass of water, wouldn't you? You'd say, is everything okay? I really want us to cultivate that sense here within ourselves as we move through practice. All right, so that was my break. We're in downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Walk it back to the back of your mat. Legs are not together, but they're not super wide. So about 2 fists worth in between. Rise up into Utkatasana chair. Good. Now look, I have an option here to splay out. My Instagram friends aren't going to see me here. I have an option to splay out. I want to pull in and grow tall. Yeah, nice. And then inhale, arms rise. As I exhale, I'll pull down. Lift and pull. Yes. Moving through. Feeling this strength here through the knuckles. Elbow tips pulling back. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Nice job. As you lower, press back to downward facing dog just for a moment, and we'll come right back into that hovering table. Option here will be to do exactly what you did before or to run it out a little. So it'll look like this. Whew. Yes. Really firing through those legs. Let's do this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg goes back. Just like before. Option to hop that left foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite side. Left leg back. Here we go. Press. Press. Good. Really kick it through. You've only got 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Nice wide downward facing dog. Inhale. And that'll bring us to the back of our mat for a nice open twist. Bend the right knee, open the left arm. Lower down, left knee bends. Right arm spins open. Inhale. And then as you exhale, lower into Malasana, but don't sink. Don't just bail out. Lower so you still have some structure and recruitment of your external hips. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. I'm going to turn to face you so you see on the side. Each time as you come down, I want you to think about catching a little bit of an eagle arm. If that's a lot, you're going to reach for opposite shoulders. Good. Nice. Squeeze your quads at the top. Ground down through those big toe mounds and heels, but hug up on your inner arch. Really warming through those shoulders and arms, strengthening the legs. We've only got 3 more. Woo, 2. Yes. Last one. Beautiful. And from here, you're at Malasana in the back of your mat. Let your hands come down. Walk back out to that wide plank. And this time, we'll bring the heels to one side and lift the arm. Just a little traveling Vashisthasana. Nice and gentle. A little active recovery. Big breath as you swim the arm up. Deeper breath as you lower it down. And let's meet in downward facing dog. You can choose vinyasa here or stay and rest. Just gonna move this camera a little. Good. Okay. And from downward facing dog, let your heels be heavy. If you're using weights, you'll want weights at the top of your mat for this next section of class. As you inhale, ground down through your left heel, spin the right leg up, and send the right foot through, rising into high crescent lunge. No weights yet, but I want you to lift halfway on an exhale, so it'll look like this. Then rise up the rest of the way on an inhale. Really learning how to protect that back and use our strong stabilizing belly muscles to lift ourselves up. Here we go. Pulling back. Find those fists of fire. Yep. We're moving through some series of 8 reps, so we've only got 4 more on this side for 4, 3, 2, nice job, 1. Start to come out of that back leg. So this is an important part because I want you to move from an area of a spacious sacrum. Then your arms come overhead and we'll drive the left knee into the chest 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 2. Last 1. Left leg comes back. Reach for your weights, rising up the same way. That right leg is shaking. Rise up. Well, my right leg is shaking. Inhale, weights overhead. This time when you lower into that crescent lunge dip, we'll cactus the arms. Press through the knuckles. Good. 7 more. 6. Last 2. Keep breathing deeply. Same change as before. So come out of that back leg, pressing into Virabhadrasana 3 with a tricep kick back, and then a hammer curl and a dip. You got it. It sounds worse than it is. Press and lower. Really squeeze the tricep at the top. Let it hug the bone. Oh my gosh, that right leg. It's going to get a break in a sec, I promise. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your left shin to the ground, Anjaneyasana. You can choose to just take Anjaneya as a rest. Otherwise, we'll bring both weights overhead for tricep extensions. Just 8. Press at the top. Breathe. Tether that front heel into the earth. Last 3, 2, and 1. Belly to spine as you lower the weights down to the ground. Set them off gently to the side. Twisted low lunge. Heel toe your right foot out to the right a little bit. And then let that right arm fly. Here's your active rest, so enjoy. Don't let that left leg go limp. Keep pressing activation through. Keep excavating through that right heel. Now, button up your inner thighs. Come to the left fingertips. Big, big lift to a twisted crescent lunge. Inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Tip it back. Inhale. And then on the exhale, cartwheel your hands forward. Left leg lift, standing split. Yeah. And heel behind heel. Shiva squat for 8. Keep pressing through. Last 2. Right leg's going to get a break right now. Send the left leg long. Spin open to warrior 2, back of your mat. So the left leg is leading now. Right leg gets a little break. Good. This combination here, this little vignette, we did a couple of classes ago, so it might feel familiar. Take a breath in. Ignite the legs first, so you're moving in your power. Pivot to the back of your mat for a high lunge. Hands come forward first. Then seal the heels of the palms together, bring them to Anjali Mudra. Right elbow hooks outside left knee. Keep extending out of that leg and twist the torso off the thigh, not collapsing into it. Big breath here. Deep breath out. And then lift, rise back to the front of your mat. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm overhead, Parsvakonasana, side angle. Belly to spine. Find length through the back and front of the body. Beautiful job. Now hands come down. I call these around the world core planks. So press back to your strong plank, and we'll run our planks out. 4 to the middle, 4 to the left, 4 to the right, and then we'll repeat. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1 to the left, 4, 3. Here's your hit. 2, 1 to the right, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have one more set, middle. 3, 2, 1, left. 2, 1, and right. 2, and 1. Downward dog, vinyasa. How would you encourage your friend who you saw killing it, working hard, moving through obstacles? You would be cheering for them. I want you to do that for yourself right now. Here we go, left side, friends. I'm cheering for you here. Inhale. As you exhale, left foot comes through. Finish that strong exhale, rise empty, and then inhale all the way to left. Steady yourself. Create fists as you pull down. Here we go. 8, 8, 7, 6. Only 3 more. Moving into your power. Come out of that back leg. Biceps frame the ears. Here we go. Right knee drives in. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Send the right leg back. Grab your weights if you're grabbing them. Belly to spine. We don't lift with the belly hanging out in Shavasana. So strong exhale brings us up. And then inhale, weights overhead. Same thing as before, cactus. Halfway there. 3, 2, you are so strong. Last one. Here we go. Tricep kick back with a lunge dip and a hammer curl. Yep. 7. Whoop. 6. Oh, my left hamstring is shouting at me. Here we go. Only 3 more. Squeeze at the top. Nice job. Lower down into Anjaneyasana. One more time. Overhead triceps. Or you can rest. You're here for 8. Keep breathing. 4. Slow it down. 3. Active rest. 2. And 1. Weights come down. Belly is braced. Right hand frame. Right hand plants. Left arm swims up, big breath. Can you feel the head of the left finger bone drawing back, which allows the inner thighs to come spiraling closer together? That will keep you strong and lifted. Open up that chest. Find that back bend. Come to the right fingertips if that's a helpful move up, and then coil, coil, coil to the midline and rise. Yes. Inhale, extend through your fingertips. Tip it back, huge breath in. Find that cartwheel to a standing split on the breath out. Shiva squat for 8, 7. Only 4 more. You got it. Last one, that leg comes back behind you. Transition, big move to the back of the mat, Virabhadrasana 2. Settle in. Feel this length through the torso and this extension through the central channel of the body. And then pivot to the back of your mat, high crescent lunge. So beautiful, big breath. Let the shoulder blades snuggle down the back as you draw your palms to your heart. And then feel the left outer ribs drawing toward your right outer thigh. Can you feel that action? And then use this press here to lift you. Keep pressing through that back leg. 3, 2, 1. Everything spirals to the front of the mat. Left forearm to left thigh, right arm overhead. Partial Konasana. Big, deep breath here. And here we go. Here's your cardio around the world. Core planks. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1 to the right. 4, 3, 2, 1 to the left. 4, 3. Keep going. 2, 1. Finish lines in sight. Middle. Right. Left. Woo! And downward facing dog or vinyasa. Deeply breathe. Finding this reverence and gratitude for your body, for your ability to move in this way. It's quite miraculous. All right, we're going to move through that now and count of 4, adding on just a little bit. You're almost there. Right leg lifts. Let me hear you be your own cheerleader. Step it through, high crescent lunge. Move up halfway on your exhale, and then all the way open up on that inhale. Huge breath. If you want to use the weights the whole time here, you can, but I'm only going to use them for the last 2 of the 4-part series. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on out. Exalt the arms. Press. Drive. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your weights. This time we'll keep the arms internally rotated for overhead press. So 4. Keep it close. No cactus. 2 and 1. Here we go. Tricep kick back. It's only going to get easier if we keep practicing it. You only have 2 more. Anjaneyasana, this time with a delt lift. So we'll take out the overhead tricep and move for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights come down. Find that amazing twist. Just like in our side angle twist, I want you to feel the left outer hip yearning to connect with the right inner thigh. Big, deep breath here. Everything is active. And then rise up for your twisted crescent. Tip it back. Cartwheel those arms. Keep the belly firm. 4 Shiva squats. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Send it up and back. Left warrior 2. Back of your mat. Here we go. Big breath. Settle in. Exhale. Come back forward. Palms to chest. Find that twist. Option to balance here. So if you're looking for that balance, you really have to drive the weight into the left heel and come off that right big toe. Let the leg fly. It's so active and it's lifting up, not down. That will drag you. 3. Breathe deeply. 2. And 1. Foot comes down. Big spiral. Partial Konasana. Right forearm to right thigh. Left arm overhead. Option to stay here, but I'm going to be your friend on the opposite side of the table and encourage you to go a little bit deeper here. We'll drive left knee to left elbow 4 times. 4. Yes, you got this. 3, 2, 1. Stay coiled in. Pivot back through center. Press it back. Woo. Warrior 3. Now here, belly really has to be pulled in. Because if you're getting tired, you might be getting lazy and splaying out and send it back, right? I actually don't like the word lazy. I think it's just a lack of mind-body connection. And now the hands will come down. Option to stay right here in this delicious standing split. Or if you want, you can use this as an opportunity to practice some hops, keeping those legs really strong and lifted. And then I told you we were adding on, right? So I'm keeping my word. Send it back to downward facing dog. And we'll come back to that hovering table. Remember, only counts of 4. So this is like nothing. We did 10 before. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet plant. widely back of the mat. Walk it back. Take that twist. Bend the right knee, extend the left arm up. Beautiful. Left hand down, left knee bends. Right arm rises. Inhale. Bring it down. Walk it out. You're still wide here, so there'll be that option for that Vashisthasana flow. If you have weights, you can use them. Gentle peel open here. Feeling the chest expand. And we'll meet in down dog. This is it. All you have is this left leg, this series on the left, and then we're taking it down for a yummy cool down. Let's do it, friends. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, step it through. On that exhale, rise up halfway, and then a big inhale brings you all the way up. Dip it down. 4, stronger than before. 3, yes, dig deep. 2, 1, arms lift, find that sacral space, drive the knee. 4, 3, 2, 1, right leg back, grab your weights, belly to spine. Overhead press with a dip. 4, 3, press through those knuckles. 2, last one. Warrior 3, tricep kick back. 4, hammer curl at the top. 3, 2, and 1. Right shin comes to the ground. Find that delt lift just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights come to the ground. Right outer torso now is lifting and finding its way to unite with the left inner thigh. Even though there's space there, that's the trajectory. Big breath here. And rise up for that twisted lunge. Tip it back. Let me hear some gratitude for these strong, amazing legs. Spill over that left thigh. Shiva squat for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way back of the mat. Remember to move with that strong belly. Virabhadrasana 2. Here we go. Pivot. Move it to that high lunge back of your mat. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Come into that twist. If you're looking for a balance here, you need to find that excavation in this hip through the heel, pressing down, pressing down. Feel that ignition in your outer hip, inner thigh. Woo. 3. Breathe for steadiness. 2. Last one. Beautiful. Lower down. Big, bold movement to the front of the mat. Left forearm to thigh. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Let's do those knee drives for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your knee to your elbow and then pivot back forward. Press back, Virabhadrasana 3. It's like this growing back of all of these qualities, your joy, your compassion, your friendliness. Yes, feel it expand. 3, 2, 1, keep everything strong and ignited and then spill over that left thigh. Option to stay right here or work a little bit on some handstand hops. Keep those legs strong. Good. And now press it back to your downward facing dog. We'll omit hovering table for this side and come into regular table. This will be an option for the weights. I'm going to use the weights, putting one behind each kneecap. You don't have to do it that way. This is what it's going to look like, either weighted or unweighted. We'll move for 1, 2, lower, 1, 2. If you don't have weights, you can choose a bent knee or straight leg. See what feels right for you. We're moving 1, 2, lower, 1, 2. Where's the belly? Can you zip it up at the midline? Yeah. Greeting your strong Warrior yourself right now. We'll switch sides. Left leg lifts for 1, 2. Squeeze the glute at the top. Really drive through that heel. And down 2. Remember, if you're tired, there might be a lack of mind-body connection. So keep breathing. Keep fueling the body there with the breath. Keeping the belly pulled in. Down 2. Good. You've only got 2 more. And lower. Beautiful. Bring the weights out from behind the knees and bring your weights to the back of your mat. Last power move, friends, I promise. Down. I wish you could see what my mat looks like. There are little puddles. And lower back so that you're in Uttanasana, back of the mat. Take a huge inhale, flat back, and then exhale, Uttanasana. Breathe into those hamstrings. They just work so hard. Breath of gratitude in and out. Rise up, Utkatasana. Here we go. Last big cardio finish. 10 Utkatasana hops. I want you to fly, move, feel, express. Maybe hop along your mat. Whatever feels right for you. We're here for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 5, 8, yes, 7, 6. Your friend would say, you can do it. You can jump higher. I want you to say that to yourself now. Last 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Walking weighted Utkatasana. Bring the weights together. Really draw the shoulder blades down the back. And we're going to walk this out. Slowly. Purposefully. And you feel all parts of your feet as they press into the earth. And you sit a little bit lower. You're almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Lower the weights to the ground. Send your right leg back behind you. Lower the right shin to the ground. Anjaneyasana. Arms will lift. And then find the arm movement that just organically kind of starts to take shape here. It might be a bind overhead, perhaps a bind behind you. Breathing here. Taking time to notice how this strong practice shows up in your body. We'll move into Ardha Hanumanasana. When I practice the fusion class, I like to use weights as kickstands as if I would blocks, especially on my left leg. I don't have the same range of motion as I do with my right. So we'll breathe here. And as you do so, can you think about how the mind receives perhaps a different practice? Something that you're not quite used to, maybe. Is your reaction what you would say to a dear friend? Is that the inner narrative? Is the dialogue what you would offer somebody else? Start to move out of that. From here, we'll shimmy the left heel toward the right side of your mat, coming into Kapotasana Pigeon. I know a lot of times we like a lot of momentum when we work through our pigeon. I'm going to ask you to just try to drop into it in this way. If it really doesn't feel right and you want to come through three-legged dog, you can. But let's get there together. Tuck that back toe, drive the heel back. See if there's a little bit of space in that upper hip flexor. And then you can untuck the toe and lower down. Breathe. The Yoga Sutras tell us to be happier even for those who are happier than us. Easier to do when you can celebrate yourself and meet and greet yourself with joy. Two more breaths. Last one. If you're watching this on the replay, you can always pause this and stay in pigeon as long as you like, or any of the poses. Swim the right leg forward. Ardha Matsyendrasana. We'll take a seated spinal twist now. Scoop up your right knee with your left arm. The right hand comes behind you as a kickstand. And see if there's space for you to roll that right sitting bone down to the ground. While you roll that bone down, can you take the center of your heart and spiral it upward? See how that gives you length there through the spine. Could even unlock the low lumbar. And then unravel from this. Send your legs wide, Upavishta Konasana. We won't be here for crazy long, but just want you to feel a little bit of openness through the legs. Lowering down any amount. Not only will this look different for every body, this will look different in your own body throughout your practice, throughout your lifetime. So can you welcome whatever it is that shows up for you today? Even when it's unexpected, right? Did you ever have a moment where you unexpectedly see a friend and it's such a joyous moment? And then we have those unexpected moments in our own bodies, and very often we greet them with disdain and frustration. One more breath. Let's use this practice and these teachings to change that narrative. Bring the legs together. You can come to vinyasa if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to cross the ankles. Bring my right leg forward and my left leg back for Anjaneyasana on the other side. So if you're choosing vinyasa, just send the right leg forward when you're ready. And again, come into that variation of Anjaneya here that feels nourishing and interesting, perhaps even exciting for you. We'll extend the right leg and coming into your half split. Choosing to use your weights or not. I have a little bit more range of motion on this side, so I'm okay with my hands on the mat. But some days I'm not, so the weights or the blocks are there for us for that sense of support. Thinking of our yoga props there, right? As greeting a dear friend. Coming forward, finding your pigeon on this side. Tucking the left toes, driving through the left heel, and then letting that left hip point just drip down ever so slightly closer to the earth. And then moving into this pigeon pose without expectation, without force. Just this invitation to witness and experience. When you really think about what we do here in the physical part of the yoga practice in the asana, whether it's a strictly yoga pose, or more of a fusion class like this, when you really think about what we're learning to do here, it's almost impossible to not feel gratitude. So just like you are so grateful for that person in your life that shows up for you when you need them most, I'll invite you to find that deep, deep sense of gratitude and contentment for your body right now. And rise up. Sweep the left leg over the right. Coming into your Ardha Matsyendrasana. Same thing as before. So I like to scoop and lift and dial open. So dripping that left shoulder back, not cranking the neck, but feeling the real twist through the torso. Roll that left sitting bone down, coil the heart up to where the ceiling meets the wall, and breathe in and out. One more time, in and out. Now as you unravel here, just like before, quick forward fold, so you can come back to Upavishta Konasana, or you can bring the legs together for Paschimottanasana. Just feeling the west side opening. Using this as an opportunity here to greet your sweaty, strong self. And start to lower down into Shavasana. Splay the body out. Really feel this sense of arrival. This opportunity to find this benevolence of spirit and this graceful diffusion of consciousness that comes from practicing these qualities. By understanding yourself at a deeper level, it's more easeful, I should say, to turn outward and understand others in the same way. Surrender the body, surrender the breath, surrender the mind. And then start to feel that lifting of the spirit into the forefront. When we can surrender to those other things, then the truth within us is able to come out brighter, richer. And we realize that light, that effulgent glow that's within all of us is our true best friend. The reason we can never feel alone when we can connect to that spirit. Try to resist the urge to be anywhere else than just here. Try to resist the urge to turn off this class or cut yourself short on the replay. Can you really just feel this sense of arrival, this gift that you give yourself by uncovering your own stillness? By bearing witness to your own capacity for calm. I think it's one of the greatest gifts you can give to your best friend. So for the next few moments here, as you stay on your back in stillness, can you receive that gift? Can you be open to receive that gift with a deep sense of love and appreciation? Knowing the importance of continuing to coming back to the practice, to unrolling the mat, to moving to a place where you can find comfort in discomfort, where we practice finding calm in chaos, so that we can connect to ourselves in this moment. So when you feel ready, I'll invite you to start deepening your breath. And start wiggling the fingers and the toes. Open the mouth, slide the jaw from side to side, roll the neck back and forth. Starting to gently awaken the body by a deep stretch, arms overhead. Point your toes away from your face. You feel this opportunity, the second time to wake up today. As you do so, pull your knees into your chest and feel this deeper sense of compassion, this deeper rooting of self-love. And rolling onto one side. Take a breath here and feel this friendship that's developing. Rise back up to a seated position. Ready to greet yourself, others, whatever happens in your day, with a sense of compassion and understanding, knowing you are never alone. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. I wish you a very blessed day. Let me know if you take class, if you would like to see more fusion classes, if you have any requests for us on the Funky Young YouTube channel. We're happy to continue serving. Make sure you're subscribed and liking the videos because it helps us know what you want more of. Have a great day.